Today's business notes are brought to you by Community Bank, the better business bank.
Hello, I'm Stacy Smith, and in today's business notes, a stunning report on the nation's unemployment and a stunning number for the NASDAQ. When the Labor Department released the unemployment numbers for the month of May at 8:30 this morning, it came as a shock to economists, to analysts, and to investors. The majority of opinion was the nation was headed to an unemployment rate of near 20%. Those opinions were wrong as the rate dropped more than a point. And instead of losing an estimated 8 million more jobs in May, 2.5 million jobs were added to the payrolls. And those jobs were added as the economy began to reopen after it was shut down in March and April. And while there is a lot of rejoicing over what appears to be a major turnaround, the unemployment numbers are still disturbing. The 2.5 million jobs added are only about 10% of the more than 22 million jobs that were lost during the pandemic. And the unemployment rate is still very high at 13.3%. But that news was enough to send the stock markets rocketing higher. The Dow Jones Industrial Average was up more than 1,000 points during the trading day, and the NASDAQ was up triple digits. And here's the shocking news. The NASDAQ set a new all-time high today and came within 4 points of setting a record close. Another historic retailer is facing the possibility of bankruptcy protection. The 200-year-old Brooks Brothers has indicated it may begin the process of lining up financing if it decides to file for bankruptcy, which could happen as early as next month. Earlier this week, the Justice Department obtained an indictment for alleged price fixing against the CEO of Pilgrim's Pride, a chicken processing company. Well, now, civil subpoenas have been issued against 4 large meat processors. The federal and several state governments have questions about competition and pricing in the meat industry. Again, the stunning jobs report sent the market skyrocketing today. Here now are the closing numbers. For the day, the Dow Jones Industrial Average was up 829 points. Also up triple digits and setting a new all-time high is the NASDAQ with a gain of 198 points. And the S&P 500 surged ahead by 81 points. It was a tremendous week for the stock market with the Dow up nearly 7%, the NASDAQ up more than 3%, the S&P 500 up 5%. And since the closing low set on March the 23rd in the midst of the pandemic, the Dow is up 46%, and both the NASDAQ and the S&P 500 are up 43%. So far, it has been a remarkable recovery. We'll see what next week brings. That's today's business notes. I'm Stacy Smith.